I'm Greg Tepper. That's Greg Powers. This is This Week in Crootin. It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers, our director of recruiting here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Follow him on Twitter at GPowersScouts. He's fine work at TexasFootball.com/recruiting. And, of course, this is brought to you by our good chicken friends, Chicken Express. Chicken Express. They didn't have it in Mexico, and I got to tell you, big L for our neighbors to the south.
Big upset.
I don't know if they have it down there. I think Chicken Express is exclusively American, but I don't know. But Mexico could really raise their Q rating if they could get a couple of,
I had so many jokes that I'm going to pass on. I don't know why they popped up, but you want to know what's not a joke? Chicken Express.
Thank you.
It's delicious.
Thank you, Greg.
I'm going to pass up on the other jokes, but to go with that, you guys should eat some Chicken Express, and you should do it today.
Eat some Chicken Express today. Do it for your health. It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers, our director of recruiting here. A lot to get to this week. I feel like I missed a lot while I was gone. I feel like it was a week that was particularly popping.
Before you get started, I hit you with a text just now.
Oh, no. Now
I just sent you a text. Should be popping up on your computer. But I feel like I unjustifiably threw you under the bus.
Let's start with our prospect on the rise. Our prospect on the rise, and I'm going to read this text message from Greg Powers, is Houston Thomas, 2026 defensive end, Obina Ume.
Yep. Obina Ume.
Obina Ume.
Yep.
Got it. The defensive end. He is a freak show because he picked up 3 new Power 4 offers this week from Michigan State, Duke, and Georgia Tech. He's already got 20 offers, does this young man, and the tape is fun to watch for this young man whose name pronunciation you texted me.
Yeah, I really like him because he can make a lot of plays behind the line of scrimmage. Frame potential is through the roof. I think that he's now hit the 20 offer plateau, which is like, that marker. I feel like it puts you into a new category in recruiting when you get to 20. But something I noticed when I look at this young man's list, he's a true student athlete. Tons of offers from the Ivy League, has an official visit scheduled with Stanford, so a high football IQ, and I think academics are going to be important whenever he makes the final decision on where he's going to be playing his college ball as well. But the tape kind of speaks for itself here. He's one of the top defensive ends in the state and is now starting to step into his own spotlight a little bit and out of the shadows as far as recruiting is concerned. He's a name that Texas high school football fans should keep on their radar.
St. Thomas, of course, always loaded there, and their outstanding defensive end, whose name I'm going to pronounce one more time, Obina Ume, is the name to know there, the 2026 defensive end. Let's roll on to our commit of the week. Our commit of the week, we're going to, staying in the Houston area, this time to the public schools, to talk about Klein's offensive tackle in the class of 2026, Nicholas Robertson, who this week committed to Texas. He had offers from A&M, LSU, Houston, but they had the Longhorn City Limits event there on Saturday, and he decided to pull the trigger. A large boy is going to Texas.
Buckle up, Longhorns fans, because this is going to be a tape that you're going to really enjoy watching. Nicholas Robertson, I kind of thought of, you always use the term road grader. That's always a good one. Powerhouse comes to mind, but Nicholas Robertson is a big fella who loves to just mash defenders. I love to watch offensive linemen mash defenders, and Nicholas Robertson has a highlight tape full of those moments. Moves really well. He's been on the radar for a while now. As I think back to the times that we've done this show, I'm going to guess that he was probably our underclassman of the week when he started popping off his sophomore season, picking up some of these scholarship offers. And this is a huge win for Texas. I noticed that he spent a lot of time on campus at College Station. So for Steve Sarkisian and the Longhorns to win an in-state battle against their rival, that's big news.
Yeah, this is a big get there. I mean that literally and figuratively. A big get. Nicholas Robertson, the outstanding Klein 2026 offensive tackle, and a guy who Texas is hoping is going to be a mainstay on that offensive line. They've done a good job of developing offensive linemen under the Steve Sarkisian era. We'll see what's next for them. Let's round it all out with our underclassmen of the week. Our underclassmen of the week, we're going to center, which is not in the center of Texas. It's in very deep East Texas, to talk about their 2028 athlete, Jamarius Canton. Jamarius Canton, again, class of 2028, and yet 6'5", 260 pounds. So this kid is like 14, and he's 6'5", 280. He got an offer this week from A&M. 6'5", 260 pounds for a 14-year-old?
Large child.
Large boy.
Jamarius Canton is a freak show. I put him at athlete. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be an offensive tackle eventually. But bear in mind, like when you watch this kid's highlights, this is a freshman playing varsity in Texas high school football, dominating people. And his offer list is starting to reflect the success that he's had on the field. And it's been plenty of it early on in his career. Now he's starting to pick up major scholarship offers. He picked up the offer from A&M, and then he left and went to Texas. So it'll be interesting to see, is this another in-state recruiting battle? We were just talking about Nicholas Robertson, but could the Aggies hold the advantage for this 2028 prospect? Guess what? We're going to have to wait a while to find out.
Yeah, he was just a freshman last year, so he's still got 3 more years of high school football.
What do you think of the tape?
Violent.
He plays defensive end and tight end, so this is where I really don't know exactly what position to had projected him at when we watched the tape. Carter Yates and I were watching this tape in the office just in time for DCTF Rising magazine season, and Canton snuck into the top 25, feeling like that was a good call.
Yeah.
And also he was the very first scouting profile that we had on the website, period, for a class of 2028 prospect. He was the first one we created.
He is it's a violent tape. It's a celebration of football violence is watching Jamarius Canton.
He's going to be fun to watch.
He is going to be very fun to watch. Always fun to watch. Is Greg Powers, our director of recruiting here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football. Follow him on Twitter at GPowersScouts. He's fine work at TexasFootball.com/recruiting. Thanks, Powers.
Oh, you're welcome.